Alright, so what's up, Quad Squad fam, and anybody else tuning in to want to know about pain and how to relieve pain, how to help with pain, how to prevent pain. You know, I understand you probably see I'm in the wheelchair now, and if you're a regular person, able body, you want to know about pain, trust me, don't leave yet. I guarantee you that if these pain options is going to work for me, it's going to work for you. Because I'm at like this level of pain, you're at like this level of pain. If it's going to work up here, it's going to work down here. Anyways, so hopefully you stick it through to the end. And, for those people with, mobility challenges, I'm going to add in an extra at the end, basically a little tip on how to help prevent pain from getting worse or keep what you have and your looseness and your tone and stuff like that. Anyways, so stay tuned to the end. Anyways, so I wasn't too sure how to break up this video and how to address certain things at certain times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wing it, and I'm going to hop in to what I think is the most important one that helps the most for me, and that's topicals and things that go on your skin or stuff like that. So, number one, this video is not sponsored, although, it's going to sound like a kind of a market thing, but Voltaren, this shit works. This is the one thing that whenever somebody tells me about pain, I'm like, oh, yo, did you try Voltaren? This stuff works. I tried it way years back, and it helped with my mid back pain. And from there on, I used it every day, and I've been using it for years. I don't know if that's suggested. My pain specialist says it's all right. Voltaren, it helps with my lower back pain. Because I have a lot of back pain in my like very lower back, like almost tailbone area, and tailbone and SI joints, and up to my mid back. My mid back's not as bad, but I do have bad pain, back pain there. And what it also helps with me with is my shoulder blade pain. I don't know if you guys know, but I ended up having a pressure sore, and kind of like a pressure sore, but it was an ulcer, bump, and then it ended up turning into a pressure sore, open wound. Healed up, then reopened. Went and got surgery, got it fixed up. Long story short, I've had a lot of pain in that area for a long time, and since the surgery, my pain's a lot better there. But I still have pain depending on the day and depending on how much I'm using this arm for my phone and stuff like that. So it helps a lot there. And it helps with my neck pain when I have neck pain. And those are some of my key points of where I have pain. And yeah, with that, some other things that help. I haven't really given this one a lot of, a big chance to help. It's called Stop Pain. I know this helps to a point, but it's kind of stinky. It's a strong smell. So I used it on my shoulder blade the other day, and it definitely made a difference. So maybe that's something you check out. It's really affordable on Amazon. I'll leave the link down in the description. And yeah, so there's that. And then my other thing that helps a lot with my hand pain, of which Voltaren does help with my hand pain. I've got a lot of pain in my wrist and in the base of my thumb right here. And that's constant. I used to this hand has less mobility than this hand. I've got arthritis in my hands, among just constant pain. And with that, KT tape helps a lot. You probably don't see it in a lot of my videos recently, is because I've just been so crazy busy. I haven't gotten around to being able to do it with my PSWs a lot, or at least I haven't prioritized it. But with this hand, I've got a lot less mobility. And the cool thing about KT tape is because it's a stretchy tape, it helps with my mobility. So it makes it not so hard to lift my wrist. So that helped a lot with the pain and the fatigue of my wrist. So, I used to only get like 1 or 2 lifts, and then my hand would go limp. So what I do is I stick the piece of tape right here, and then I stretch, and I stick it here, I drop my wrist, and then it sticks. And then it gives me a lot more mobility in my hand. Depending, you don't want to put it too tight, So maybe just start with like the very minimal stretch, and then work up from there and see how it helps. I also do it with my like thumb, where I start it here and I wrap it around, and then I wrap it around my arm. It almost looks like I'm wearing like designer tape things on my hand, but it's not that, and it helps a lot with my pain. So maybe check it out. I'll leave some links down in the description, of course, affiliate links. So if you want to support the channel, just buy things from those links. I appreciate it. Any money that goes into those goes right back into the channel. Anyways, so KT tape, it's maybe a good idea for the first time to buy it from the actual KT tape if you can get it on Winners or stuff like that, because I always use that container. But then after that first purchase, then I suggest go down to the link. I'll share which one I use, and it's pre-cut, and yeah, anyways, I'll make a whole nother video on it if you want me to make a video on it, on what type of methods I use with KT taping and stuff like that, but that's a whole different video. Anyways, so there's that. Another thing that I use, which is like a stick on your body thing, is Salonpas. That stuff works. Not like doesn't work wonders, but it's like a cool slash heating minty kind of patch, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. Like, you don't pay a lot, but you get a lot of the patches. So I've never been somebody that buys those patches where you only get like 4 of them for like $10. It's not worth it. But with this, you get like 100 for $20, which is, you can't beat it. So for the cost of how many you get to the pain relief that it gives you, I'd say it's worth it to try. And then yeah, so that's a lot of the sticky stuff, the stuff that's an ointment, or all of that stuff, roll on, etc. And that's it for that section. So you're getting an idea of my pain and where my pain is and what helps and stuff like that. And yeah, so now let's hop into the next thing, which is, alright, so next section, feet pain. And what I got for you is the sneaker slippers. I'm not only saying this because I sell them on my website, but these things are amazing. They're fuzzy, they're cozy. If you're like me and you wear stockings all day, when you get home and you don't have anywhere to go or do, taking off your shoes, taking off your stockings, and putting these things on for the rest of the evening, makes a world of a difference. They're so comfy, you look fly. And the cool thing is that because there's grippies on the bottom, if you have like clonus and your feet are jumping around, you can still push down on your knee and not have your foot slip off the end of the foot plate or have it hurt when you're pushing down. So these things are awesome. I'll leave some discount codes down in the description. I wear these things on my commode. I wear the things wherever I go, wherever I am. I bring these to the cottage or whatever. And I put them on my foot plate so that when I get into my wheelchair, my toe nails don't dig into the foot plates, and my feet don't like the grip tape on my foot plate. So that is also another huge benefit. And when I'm getting in my chair, I have my feet land on top so that my feet go to a 90-degree angle, so that when my stockings get put on first, I gotta make sure there's no lines at the top of my ankle. So they're beneficial for that as well. Anyways, so let's hop in to the next part. Alright, so for anybody that's still able-bodied and still tuning in until this point, I'm going to throw this one in there. Heating pads. These things actually help a bunch with my back pain. And, even on the cold days, some heat is always good. So there's that. That's always a good one. And the other thing is that thing outside in my backyard. You know what it's called? It's called a hot tub. And that thing, check out my link up here for how I get into it and everything about my hot tub. I'm going to be making a new updated one coming in the next month or two. And that thing helps with every single part of my pain. It helps with my back pain, it helps with my hands pains, it helps with my neck pain, it helps with my tone, it helps with everything. Not like immensely, like it makes it all go away, but I do see the benefit in every single one of those sections in regards with my pain with that. So if you can afford one of the inflatable hot tubs, you know, if you check out my video, I had one of the inflatable hot tubs to start with, and you know they're awesome. You can get one for like between 5 and 700 bucks, and they make a world of a difference. You know, they are awesome. Next part is gonna be the part that relates to people in wheelchairs or people with mobility issues or whatever, quad or whatever, mostly quad and paras and people in wheelchairs. And I'm gonna hop over to the GoPro for that part, and yeah, I'm gonna show you it out. Anyways, okay, so here we are with the two things that I used to never want to wear: hand splints to keep those quad hands open and loose overnight, and boots to keep those ankles at a 90-degree angle all night and make it so that they're not rotating, because my feet used to always rotate outwards. They have a little kickstand on the back. I thought it was, but yeah, so there's a kickstand that kicks out to the side so that your feet don't fall over and rotate. I keep them in a 90-degree angle and pointing straight up, so that, because I used to always try so many different things to try to keep my feet pointing straight to the ceiling, but nothing worked until I got these custom boots, which ODSP will cover both. They will cover those boots, and ADP, if you're in Canada, will cover those custom ones. I got the custom ones because these Velcro ones, it's hard to keep your feet, you know, in the right position, and I'm kind of OCD, and you know, I had to add extra Velcro and stuff. But anyways, and then hand splints. These are the biggest suggestion that I can ever suggest for a quadriplegic to just wear. Although, you know, they're not cool, they're not, you know, hip, they're not what you want to wear at night, but you know, your hands are going to thank you in the long run, because our hands can get a lot of pain, and these just help are a preventative. They're not going to make a huge difference with your wrist and your hand pain, but they'll make it so it doesn't progress on the downslope. And yeah, hand splints and booties, you know, those are huge beneficial things to hit yourself up with. Anyways, alright, so thanks for staying tuned to the end. You know, I appreciate you guys. Drop down in the comments, let me know what you think, what you guys want to see next, or whatever. There will be a part 2 to this video about medications and supplements in regards with pain and stuff. Otherwise, this video was going to be like 23 minutes, and no one's sticking around that long, you know. Anyways, so if you guys want to get some of this merch, just roll with it. You know, we got to make do with what we got and carry on. You know, so roll with it. Or, you know, I don't like being pushed around. You know, we independent. We don't need you to push us unless we want you to push us and we ask you. Anyways, stay tuned. Maybe check out one of these videos. And, you know, I hope you guys keep coming back. You know, love y'all. And peace.